I just really appreciate you guys being here. I'm excited to talk to you guys about AI tools for roofers and how you guys can use this to transform your marketing strategies. There's actually 5 stages to doing AI properly. And this is your writer downer of the day, which is that everybody focuses on the middle stage, which is composition. But there's actually 5 stages. First, you have ideation. You got to come up with, like, what are you going to use AI to make, or what is your goal or your campaign or your objective? Then you're going to have research. AI knows a lot more about real estate than it does about roofing. It knows a lot about roofing, but it still doesn't know everything about your state or about your market. So you want to make sure you're feeding it good information. Then there's a stage that everybody knows AI is for, composition, right? Everybody uses AI for composition. They go, hey, do me a thing or make me a thing or tell me about a thing. That's the composition phase. That's where it composes, whatever you're looking for. Then there's refinement and editing, which is the part that everybody skips, right? I've had employees that have tried to tell me, hey, this is my plan for the week. And I can just so clearly tell that it was like, tell me what I should do. My boss wants me to do this, this, and this. Tell him this is my plan. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, man, you're not pulling the wool over anybody's eyes. Refinement and editing is where you turn AI content into useful content. And then, of course, there's the distribution. You have to distribute it because you've saved so much time and you can use these tools to make this faster. So that's the biggest thing about AI. That's your writer downer of the day. You got to know that before you get started with even thinking about AI, is those 5 steps. Currently, the mass of content is growing, right? It is so easy to just jump in and go on ChatGPT and say, write me a blog post. So the amount of garbage that is going out there is super, super high. The stuff that people are doing right now today with GPT-4, and now there's GPT-4o, the new model they came out with, people are still now just getting into AI and doing the same thing that we were doing with GPT-2 before it even had the chat feature. So you're not standing out. You might just be producing a ton of stuff, but you're kind of like standing on the top of a building, throwing paper, out into the streets and then hoping that someone's going to actually pick it up, read it, and find it to be good. And it's just simply not the case. And so we have to understand how AI works. And that's why it's good to start using AI in its rawest forms, like using well-built AI tools, because we have to understand what are the limitations of it. Now, the other thing is that people are using AI to make content, but they're not using it to make it content into a thing that actually translates into a connection with a potential homeowner. And what I mean by that is a blog is a written piece of content. Not a lot of homeowners are going around saying, let's go check out some roofing blogs before we actually get into this. That's mostly SEO. It's robots now writing content so that the Google robots will read it so that they can say that this is relevant content so that maybe you go up on the Google SEO rankings. But the problem is everybody can do it and they can do it for $20 a month. So how do you use this tool to get better? Well, you could do it by drafting video scripts. You could use ChatGPT to make these video scripts that you could be taking them forward into other tools, even if you're afraid of the camera, because video is a far better way to connect with somebody than just simply, walking out and trying to kind of get them to read some blog or some long ad. Doesn't matter how cute and quip it is. So the first step is understanding the how AI works. I've got another ChatGPT course, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on ChatGPT today, but I do want to show you just the basics. In ChatGPT, you've got all these different models now. This is the newest and most advanced model that has come out. But the important thing is to tell it what it is. If you want to help you do something, give it a role. That's like, if you didn't do nothing else, this is a one thing. So you could say, you are a master video scriptwriter, just giving it a role. And your job today is to write me a script explaining the benefits of working with my roofing company called Sargent's Roofing. We are a military, which is a military themed company. In this video, we want to talk about the benefits of our in-house labor force and how it allows us to have 100% control over job experience, and how we use an app called Arrivee to create Uber-like experience that keeps customers up to date. I want this video to be under 60 seconds long, and it will be from James, the sales rep. So again, my ideation was very, very short. I'm able to quickly do the research because I'm talking about this through the lens of a company, like my roofing company that I owned. So that was my research part, is like, I already knew this, but it's important for your research to know something, which was like giving them military theme. Here, it's basically giving you your cut list for your video, everything. So this is kind of nice and powerful for you to walk away. And again, this is 30 seconds. You guys have used ChatGPT, most of you, but the idea is that to use this to make video, not blogs, is kind of what I'm trying to get at, is like, use this to make yourself create content. So the next thing I want to talk about, this tool is called InVideo. I want to give you guys a little demo of it. I'm going to go kind of along the same lines. So you can write up to 25,000 words here. But I just want to show you guys quickly kind of how this works. So what it's going to do, this is going to take a minute. And if I go like this, I'll show you kind of what it's going to end up at. So it's going to eventually create a video like this. This is the one I did in one of our previous ones. So this is, again, completely created from just a prompt.
Ever wondered if your roof is still in good shape? Your roof is your home's shield, your fortress against the brutal elements. But recognizing when it needs some TLC can be tricky. Here are some signs to watch out for. Step 1. Keep a keen eye for missing shingles. Gaps in your roof could be a gateway for leaks and potential water damage inside your home. Step 2. Observe for curled or cracked shingles. These are not just cosmetic issues. They could be signaling that your roof is aging and is becoming more susceptible to weather damage. Step 3.
So you can actually edit these videos as well. You can edit the words inside it that are generated. You can even choose different videos. Like, let's say the dude in coveralls is kind of weird. Well, then you can actually insert different video. You can search for different things to put in. So you can say like water puddle floor, and it's going to find more video. And then you could kind of show, okay, well, where's a better one of a water puddle of water on the floor? So I'm going to go apply changes, and it's going to insert that instead, right? And now
take a peek inside your home. Look for water.
So now you can adjust that. So this is another one we created. This is the hidden cost of hailstorms.
Picture this. A hailstorm has just passed. Everything seems fine from the ground level, but is it really? Hailstorms can cause unseen damage that can cost you a fortune down the line. Here's a secret. You can avoid this. American Construction, a professional roofing company, is your answer. They know the ins and outs of hail damage, and they can help you file a claim. The best part, with their assistance, you could fix your roof for 90% less than the expected cost.
So you can edit the voice, but you notice it even adds music, right? It makes it so that you're getting so much more than just, you know, some kind of video script that people are going to listen to. Again, if you're mass producing content, the goal is to try and give people something that they might actually watch. And if you put this reel somewhere, it might be something you can use even as an ad, because you can bang around in here. And again, you can get this for free. You can try this out and you can start playing around with it. And this is just a way you can also get somebody else who works for you to play around and try this for free. But let's take a look at this video and what we got, right? And again, first crack, no editing.
Hey everyone, I'm here today to tell you about a game changer in the roofing industry, Sargent's Roofing.
Is it perfect on the first try? Absolutely not. I'm probably not going to talk about banana thatch leaf roofs. But the idea behind everything is that we can now go in there and edit it. Because again, remember what I said, it's not just about composition. It's about ideation, research, then composition, refining, and editing. So if I took more time on my ideation phase, I probably would have said a roofing company in Canada. I would have said that works on asphalt shingle roofs. I would have said that is in a northern, like, well, I already said the climate. I would give it more details that would talk about like using pneumatic air guns that we own. Like when I said that we own our own tools, I probably would have given it a better idea as to what I meant by that. And if I spent just an extra 5 minutes on that prompt, I would have ended up with a better video. And then I can still go back and refine and edit it. And that tool is like next to free. That's a way for, even if you're terrified to be on camera, to have completely remove yourself. So 11 Labs, I want to show you guys a little bit about that. You can even do speech to speech, which is super cool. So I'm going to say, typically nowadays, most of my customers are buying a roof on monthly payments because, I mean, who has $25,000 laying around in a mattress, right? On a metal roof like that with the unexposed fasteners would be about $400 a month. Is that about what you had in mind? And it's going to take the unique human pauses that I had and make it into something that's maybe
Typically nowadays, most of my customers are buying a roof on monthly payments because, I mean, who has $25,000 laying around in a mattress, right? On a metal roof like that with the unexposed fasteners would be about $400 a month. Is that about what you had in mind?
And so you can then turn this in, you can go in here and you can take out the edits and the ums and stuff like that, so that it actually reduces the amount of wasted time that you're going to have in making great audio. So using these tools, you can make a far better end product.
The only thing real about this video is my voice. Everything else was adjusted, done, improved, automatically created by AI. This is my clone that's talking to you right now, so hope you have a great day.
So that video is completely generated by AI. What he used was a tool called Synthesia. And with Synthesia, you can make a video simply by putting in text. Now, again, you could use AI to generate the text, and then it will actually make this video.
Hey, I'm Julia, one of over 160 AI avatars available in Synthesia. In a few clicks, you can create a free video just like this one.
You can create your own AI avatar. So all you have to do, again, this is the CEO of the company.
Hey, I'm Michael Litt, CEO and co-founder of Vidyard. For years, Vidyard has been providing go-to-market teams.
By recording a video once, and it's very specific, like you have to stand in front of a camera, right? You demonstrate some hand movements, you have to read a very specific script that kind of hits all the different phonetic points of English so that it understands your voice, and then understands how you inflect your voice, how you enunciate certain words, how you move your mouth. And then what it does is it recreates, how you do a T and how you do an M and how you do an L and how you do an A, and it recreates that. And then you can do one of two things. You can feed it a prompt of what you want to say, such as an email response or a video script that you want to put out. And then you could even record your voice, and then it's going to match the video to how you would have said that and produce that video. Now, it's not cheap. It's usually costs about $1,500 to get your AI avatar created, but then you could do like 4 or 5 different avatars in different scenarios. And then now that will continue to exist on forever, that you can use these videos to find ways to replace yourselves. If you really want to get a good roofing company, you have to do a lot of job interviews. If you're doing a lot of job interviews, you want to have a great, you want to treat talent acquisition like marketing. So what happens if all of a sudden you, as the owner, CEO, send a personalized video inviting any applicant that made it past a shortlist filter or criteria of some kind, but you could change your video that says, "Hey, David, really looking forward to meeting you. I would love it if you could answer these 7 questions that I have. These are just things that I use to try and find great sales applicants. I understand that you have had some experience in the past, and we want to make sure that you're going to really fit with the culture here at Cobex Construction. And so these 7 questions are just going to try and identify, like, if this is going to be the best fit for you, because I really want you to have success here selling." But then instead, every time that video is created, you could put a different name in. "Hey, David. Hey, Ethan. Hey, Floyd. Hey, Guy. Hey, Kevin." It would just change that part. And then everybody would get this personalized invitation to complete the 7 questions. Creating an AI avatar is a really great way to scale up your marketing efforts. So we're going to talk about Clap. This is a tool that we use in RBP. And what it does is it cuts up videos and turns them into more videos. So right here, what this does is it allows you to take any video, right? As a YouTube video, a Zoom recording, a webinar, a speech from stage, whatever you like. And I take this video and I upload this, like whatever this is, like a 7 or 11-minute video. I upload this into Clap. And so this here is like a video that we did. Like we had this like building the sandcastle kind of YouTube show that my wife and I were recording when we were living out in Hawaii. And it just talked a little bit about like what it was like to own a business and try to do this, whole thing, because we wanted to make content that was like for entrepreneurs before they made it. I just uploaded the video and it splits it into all these different videos. So now, if I watch this, it even gives me like a virality score. So this one has a 75% virality score. It thinks that this would be a good short clip. It puts in all the words. It puts in all these little subtitles with the little blocking, and you can even brand it. That video is completely cut from the longer video. And then you can even, as usual, again, for ideation, research, composition, refine, and edit. So I was able to set up my own branded subtitles, right? So that they were our colors. I can change the color of the logo in the top corner because we have some videos where it shows up better in dark or white. Those are my colors right there. So that's our orange, that's our purple, right? And then with the wife, you can think of like, how do you want the letters to pop up? Is it normal or is it spring, right? And they spring. I can have a little box highlight them or not. I can adjust the position of the logo. I can also adjust the position of the text, right? So I can move the text up or down. So if I go play.
When you work with Adam Sand, you have to be excited. You have to love what you do. Adam and I have this nasty habit of just creating businesses.
So I use our font because you're going to have like, I want these to be branded to us. And this stuff is like super cheap. Like you're talking less than your cable bill to have this. And it produces 10 videos every single time from a longer form video and gives you these virality scores. And so you can get content recorded and you could talk about the whole process of a roof installation. And then it will snip this up into just talking about the tear off, just talking about the install, just talking about the prep, just talking about the capping, just talking about the cleanup, just talking about how you protect the property. And it'll clip this up into 10 shorter videos and make it so that you have something to put out on Reels to expand the value of your content from just your longer form into your shorter form video. So that was Clap, okay? Another really awesome tool. I want to talk about posting ads because once you've created some content, now you want to try and use it to get your audience to convert. HubSpot has the ability to generate ads with artificial intelligence. So let's go over here. So if I want to generate an ad, right? So I'm going to create an ad campaign and we'll just create an lead generation ad. Okay, for Facebook. I'm just going to go test for AI course. So I can select my video that I was using, or I could use any one of these images. But then you have an AI assistant here that can help you write the body and write the headline. So let's use it to write the body. So I'm going to say an engaging ad that begs to be clicked on, that entices roofing business owners who hate paying taxes to join us in a 60-minute webinar next Wednesday, talking on how to make tax-free reimbursements. I don't type that word very often. Through their corporation. This will be taught by Adam Sand, CEO of RBP, and our special guest, Chris Middleton of Make Taxes Fair. Now you could do this for talking about the shingles, talking about how we did talk about the in-house crews. You could even put something in here from the script if you wanted. I'll say that the guests will receive a free workbook on how to take these strategies to their accountant to implement immediately after the show. Okay, I could generate more. I could say add emojis. Oh gosh, emojis to break up the text that would be on brand for roofing and taxes. There we go. That looks a little better. Insert. Now it's going to generate me a headline. I like this because the roofing business is a little earlier. So I could say more like this. I don't know if there's 10 tips. I'm going to go back. I like this one because it says roofing business right away. Insert. And now I can go and say like sign up. You know, if I have a form, I can use a form and bang, my ad's created. So now I'm ready to go. I can just immediately start moving on, but I've had this help me get set up completely for my ad, and now I can just move into my targeting. So very simple to use AI to help you write ads and write ad copy and make them fast. And as you use this more and more and more, you can crank up these ads. Now, of course, you want to have these images, so we're going to talk about the next tool. So what this essentially allows you to do is create dozens of thumbnails based on your brand. So essentially you make it analyze your website. So you give it your website's URL and it actually pulls your colors from your website. It'll generate all the images. So it'll generate like 50 different images. So you can say, which one does people click on? It can even generate the text and headlines. You know, I would use HubSpot for that because it knows my brand voice. but then it'll actually give you an idea as to like what's working and what's not. And this way it'll generate a complete ad package that you can make super easy to then post into something like Facebook. This tool just allows you to generate all these different ad creatives, and it's pretty cheap, right? Like my team, I think, pays what, like $200 a month for this thing. Like it's not much. The $29 a month, you have one brand. So you would probably just use one brand, and then you get unlimited images, and it shows all this stuff. So you would probably just use this, $29. Super, super cheap. If you go yearly right now, $15 a month, what's that? Like $150, $180 for a whole year? Like just stupid how little AI is. All of these tools to play with and work with to make stuff, and then set them loose on your marketing. It's that simple.